Hi, Hiawatha Bray here, and I'm in a good mood today. I hope you are too. But if you are, is it because you really are in a good mood or because Facebook wants you to be? It's an interesting question that came up over the weekend because of a fascinating little online scandal you've probably heard about. Facebook back in 2012 was conducting a psychological experiment where they changed the feed that people were getting on their home page of Facebook. In some cases, they changed the feed to make people see messages that seemed more positive. In other cases, the messages contained more negative information. And sure enough, they found that the people who saw the more positive information themselves tended to post more positive messages on Facebook. Those who saw negative information posted more negative information on Facebook. The psychologists who carried out the test said that they had succeeded in creating emotional contagion, as if they were trying to spread a disease. And when the news got out, people freaked. Facebook was actively trying to adjust our moods. Now let's be fair, this was a minor, tiny experiment. Nobody was hurt. But it's ringing a lot of alarms all over the country. We are now so dependent on Facebook, Google, other major internet services, and we assume that the information they give us is being given in a fair and balanced manner, that they're not deliberately slanting or altering it in an effort to make us think differently. But what if they decided to start? Back in 2010, Facebook openly launched a Get Out the Vote campaign and managed to jack up overall voter participation by as much as 340,000 people nationwide. But what if they'd aimed their campaign only at, say, Republicans or Democrats? It's conceivable that a company like Facebook could become a government kingmaker. Google years ago protested against a proposed internet censorship law by blacking out part of its website. Now, they did that quite openly, but it shows you that a company like Google could decide to get political in the way it presents the internet. Now, I have no reason to believe that any of these companies are actively doing this sort of thing, but this psychological experiment we just found out is a good warning sign ahead of time that should get us thinking about what to do in case this becomes a real challenge. Obviously, you want to head it off at the pass. But do you want to pass a law against it? Not me. I don't want the government to have anything to do with the internet. One idea that I got from Harvard professor Jonathan Zittrain is to persuade internet companies that deal in large amounts of data about us to agree to the same sort of relationship with their users that you have with your doctor or your lawyer. They can use this information to make money, but they will pledge in a legally binding way that they'll never use that information to do things that might damage the user, such as, for example, deliberately altering what's inside our heads. Now, I grant this sounds a little paranoid. I really am skeptical that this is going to turn into a big problem, but right now, we don't have any defense at all. These companies are so powerful and have so much access to so much information that they have an almost limitless ability to affect the way we see the world. I don't want them to be regulated by government, but I think they need to come up with ways that they can do a better job of regulating themselves so we don't feel a little nervous every time we log on. From the Tech Lab, this is Hiawatha Bray.